ॐ ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं कर्वावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्रुति स्मृति पुराणानाम आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरं शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ओम त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ओम गुरुदेव भगवान शिव शंकर भोलेनाथ कैलाशपति महाराज की जय हो। भगवान व्यास जी महाराज की जय हो। शंकराचार्य भगवान की जय हो। स्वामी तपोवन जी महाराज की, स्वामी चिन्मयानंद भगवान की जय हो। स्वामी दयानंद भगवान की जय हो। स्वामी प्रबुद्धानंद भगवान की जय हो। स्वामी शुद्धानंद भगवान की, अनंत ज्योति जी के सभी गुरु देवताओं की जय हो। माता पिता की जय हो। ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः। अतः नवम अध्यायः। श्री भगवान उवाच इदं तु ते गुह्यतमं प्रवक्ष्यामि अनुसूयवे ज्ञानं विज्ञानसहितं यत् ज्ञात्वा मोक्षस्य अशुभात् राजविद्या राजगुह्यं पवित्रम् इदं मुक्तमं प्रत्यक्षवागं धर्म्यं सुसुखं कृत्वयम् अश्रद्धधान पुरुष धर्मस्य स्य परन्तप अप्राप्य मां निवर्तन्ते मृत्यु संसार वर्तमनि। Raj Vidya. This is the Vidya of, this is the king of all Vidyas, king of all knowledge. King of all knowledge means this is after knowing, after knowing, understanding this knowledge, there is nothing left to understand. This is the ultimate, this is the jnanam, this is the ultimate jnanam which actually you are searching for, which actually you want to know, जिसे आप एक्चुअली जानना चाहते हैं, वो इस ज्ञान के जरिए जाना जाता है। Through this jnanam, the jnanam is about, jnanam is not about something in any loka. Jnanam is about yourself. ये ज्ञान किसी ऐसे व्यक्ति के बारे में या कैसे किसी इंडिविजुअल के बारे में नहीं है. It is not about any individual. It is about you. It is about you. The truth about you. जो सत्य आपके बारे में है. That is why it is called राज विद्या. राज गुह्यम, सब विद्याओं का राजा. राज गुह्यम, सब गोपनीयों का राजा, सब गोपनीय. Well, there is nothing more secret than this. There is nothing, no, nothing remains. There is no, this is the most secret knowledge in the world. Most secret, because it is about the one which is always there. क्योंकि ये उसके बारे में है जो ऑलरेडी है और उसे हमने गलत जान रखा है. That is why it is very secret. Very secret because you know it but you don't want to. Because you don't want to break your moha, you don't want to understand this. Moha with the sharira, with the jagat. सब गोपनीयों का राजा है. पवित्रम, अति पवित्र है, अति उत्तमम. most exalted. This is the best. This is the only knowledge which you. This is ati uttamam. Nothing is greater than this. Dharmyam. Dharma yukta hai. Dharma yukt matlab only. This is only right. There is nothing else which is right. Everything else is avidya. Or everything else which you think is truth is in avidya. Everything else is avidya or in avidya. या तो सब कुछ अविद्या है या अविद्या में है. Whatever you can imagine is all in avidya. This is the truth. Only this is right. Only dharmyam. Only this is the dharma. यही धर्म है. बाकी सब साधन के लिए सब अविद्या में. Everything is in avidya. All other knowledges are in avidya. About avidya, avidya. Everything is in avidya. Whatever you may say, that jadoo mantar and all is all in avidya. Writing parchees is all in avidya. All knowledge is in avidya. Only this is the truth. This is what Bhagwan says. Kritum sadhan karne mein. Easy as you, easy. It is absolutely kritam sadhan karne mein susukham. Susukham mane bada sugam hai. It is very easy because it is, despite of being absolute secret, it is very easy to understand because it is not about something which is not there, which you have to put in effort. जिसके लिए आपको मेहनत करनी पड़े, ये ऐसा नहीं है. You don't have to put lot of effort, a lot of pressure on your mind. You just have to relax, bring your mind to peace and understand your swarupa. Your swarupa. It is easiest as this is only your स्वरूपा. क्योंकि ये आपके स्वरूप के बारे में है, किसी और के बारे में नहीं है. किसी और के बारे में जब नॉलेज गेन करनी होती है, then you need to apply mind, you need to put in effort. रात को जाग जाग के you have to burn the lamps, midnight oil you have to burn. Only then you come to know about all other सांसारिक ज्ञानम. संसार के ज्ञान को पाने के लिए you have to burn midnight oil. Here you just have to silence everything, bring your mind to peace and you relax. And now after bringing your mind to peace, think about yourself. Not about, this is effortless. Susukham, bada sugam hai. It is very easy. It is not difficult. See, people say कि आप लोग एक ही शब्द पर बहुत ध्यान से पढ़ाते हैं, बहुत धीरे धीरे पढ़ाते हैं. अरे बहुत तेजी से पढ़ाएंगे तो the words will be missed. It is very difficult also and very easy also. Because it is about you, it is easy. It looks very, but then you have to apply the mind to yourself. This is, you have to understand जी, ये लोगों का बोलने से काम नहीं चलती है. Raj Vidya, Raj Guhya. This is the king of all knowledge, the king of secrets, the greatest purifier. जब आप अपने स्वरूप को जानते हैं, जान जाते हैं, it is greatest purifier. You are absolutely purified. Purified मतलब you are free from all papas and punyas. आप अपने सभी पाप और पुण्य से मुक्त हो चुके हैं. After knowing, after understanding your swarupa as Paramatma, you are free from all papas. Directly appreciated, not opposed to dharma. It is in line. In line means this is only the dharma. लोग सोचते हैं पता नहीं क्या धर्म है, पैसा कमाना धर्म है, ये धर्म है. All is व्यवहारिक. This is not. This is the dharma. This is the dharma. Easy to accomplish and imperishable. Imperishable मतलब एक बार ये जान लेने के बाद there is दोबारा जानने की जरूरत. Once you know yourself, then you are free from all bandhanas. दोबारा बंधन नहीं होते हैं अगर सच में समझ आ गया. That is why we have to pay emphasis on each and every word. अगर सही से समझ आ जाएगा, then it is imperishable. Then you will no more be in bandhana. किसी भी बंधन में नहीं होंगे. If you are still in bandhan, that means you haven't understood it properly. I can't run. Understanding properly is the only, this is what we are here for. Nothing else जी. बाकी सब भाग भाग के कर सकते हैं. This is भाग भाग के होने वाला नहीं है. The jnana, knowledge that was spoken of in the first verse is called vidya here. It is called, first verse में हमने बात की थी, this is vidya. This is knowing yourself. I am Brahman. I am Paramatma. I am the Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi is the knowledge. Shankaracharya ji, Bhagwan Shankaracharya ji says clear knowledge is the direct means for gaining liberation, not anything else. It is Brahma Jnanam. This is the only Vidya. Rest all is Vyavahara. Rest all is Vyavahara. You are just doing Vyavahara. Nothing else. What else are you doing? You are just doing a Vyavahara. Vyavahar with this physical form and Vyavahar with the Jagata. That's it. The roots of both words have the same meaning, to know. Jnana, Vidya. The roots of both words, the root is the same. This knowledge that liberates you from samsara is necessarily different from any other type of knowledge, and therefore it is called Raja Vidya. It is other than, you cannot keep writing. If you keep writing, I have written shloka 100 times. You have mugged up the shloka. आपने श्लोकों को रट रखा है, then also it is nothing has happened. आप श्लोक को कितना मर्जी रट लीजिए, श्लोक के अर्थ को भी रट लीजिए, श्लोक के भावार्थ को भी रट लीजिए, श्लोक के व्यवहारिक अर्थ को भी रट लीजिए, श्लोक के तत्वार्थ को भी रट लीजिए. Nothing will happen until and unless you become that. Until and unless you understand that you are that. Tattvamasi. Until and unless you understand Tattvamasi, you haven't understood anything. Not even a word, जी. छोड़ा पूरा गीता तो छोड़ दीजिए. You haven't understood a word still. Still you are trying to make your mind peaceful. That's it. अपना mind को peaceful कर रहे हैं. This knowledge that liberates you from samsara is absolutely different from any other type of knowledge, and therefore it is called Raja Vidya, the king among all disciplines of knowledge. This requires absolute discipline. This requires absolute discipline. It is not a knowledge which you think you can mug up, or you can understand in 1 second, 2 seconds. Chalo ji, nage, next slok. Nothing. This cannot be done. Until and unless the teacher feels that the student has understood, he doesn't move. He knows. The teacher understands that the student is yet to recognize the self. It is Raj Vidya because it is self-shining. It is Raj Vidya. Raj Vidya means self-shining. As in the kingdom, among many inhabitants, the one who is the Raja, the king, is the final authority. Similarly, here, this knowledge is the king among the various disciplines of knowledge. ये जिस प्रकार एक राज्य में राजा जो होता है, he is the final authority. Our country, we have prime minister as the final authority. He decides. This is, if you know prime minister, you know entire country. If you know king, you know entire country. If you understand the king, राजा को जानने से, राजा को समझने से, अच्छा जिस प्रकार का राजा है वैसा ही देश होता है, जिस प्रकार घर का मुखिया है वैसा ही घर है. दिस इज वेरी कॉमन इन विलेजेस जी. घर के पहले पहले जब संबंध किए जाते थे, देन ओनली घर का मुखिया को देखा जाता था. संबंध करते थे ना बिटवीन टू बॉय एंड गर्ल, when they were married, only Mukhiya was seen. Oh, I say, this is, he is Mukhiya of this house. Okay, this house is appropriate for marrying my daughter. That is how it was. Still, it is like that only. Bhagwan Shankaracharya gives the meaning of the word drawn from the root Rajaha, which means to shine. Rajaha, shine. So Raja is the one who shines by himself. He shines by himself. He shines by himself. The authorities are not given. First, let us understand now. Authorities are not given. Authorities are to be understood. Yes, this is how this is to be done. This is how I can do it. That is the authority. The understanding is the authority. Samajh authority hai. If you understand, this is how my house is to be, this is how my country is to be, only then you have the authority. This is how my country should become. This is how my country is going to be. This is what is going to happen in 50 years down the line in my country. That is the authority. This kind of authority, the person who possesses this kind of authority, the understanding of all what is to be done, the person who can understand what all is to be done for the country is the Raja of that country. He shines by himself. Nobody has to clean him, go and clean. You just vote to that person. Yes, this is the person who can understand, who has understood what authority is. And then he is provided with all the sadhans to shine the country. That is how it is, ji. People don't understand. भागना है, आगे आगे भागो. Run. One श्लोक, दूसरा श्लोक, तीसरा श्लोक. Run, run, run after run. श्लोक पढ़ने से कुछ नहीं होगा. श्लोक को समझने से भी कुछ नहीं होगा. श्लोक बन जाना होगा. You are the shloka. You are the shloka. There is nothing else. You are the shloka. Have you understood that? You are Bhagavad Gita. You are the Shastra. Where do you want to run? You can't run from yourself. Jaldi jaldi padhao. Jaldi jaldi nahi hoti hai. Among the people in the kingdom, the king is glorious, great in his own right. Similarly, Atma is the only one who is self-effulgent. It is Atma which is self-effulgent. It shines by itself. So the knowledge about Atma is Rajvidya. Knowledge about Atma, the one which is actually, जो अपने आप में स्वयं प्रकाशित है, वह राज विद्या है, जो स्वयं प्रकाशित होता है. Then you say, yes, I am. After understanding, after becoming the shloka, yes, it is me, the Brahman. It is me, the Brahman. Until and unless you say, you don't have the authority to say, I am Brahman. To say I am Brahman, you have to become the knowledge. I am Brahman. The authority, the self-shine. This is Raj Vidya. Knowledge of this self-shining self is the king of all knowledge, because all other forms of knowledge depend upon this Atma, the illumining factor. Everything else depend upon it. एवरीथिंग इज, सब कुछ इस आत्मा से इल्यूमिन्ड है. एवरीथिंग इज इल्यूमिन्ड थ्रू दिस आत्मा. नथिंग इज हिडन फ्रॉम आत्मा जी. एवरीथिंग. Atma, the illumining factor. Every other piece of knowledge is revealed by your buddhi. जितने भी बाकी के ज्ञान हैं, all knowledges, every other piece of knowledge is revealed by your buddhi. But this one is the self-revealing. Swayam rajate. Swayam siddha. You don't have to prove it through your buddhi. It is proved that you are. आपको अपने स्वरूप को प्रूव करने के लिए अपनी बुद्धि का इस्तेमाल नहीं करना पड़ता. Your buddhi is you don't require, for all other knowledges you require buddhi, but for this you are. I am the knowledge. I am the jnanam. I am the knowledge. I am the authority. I am Rajate. I am Brahman. Aham Brahma Asmi, the authority with which you can speak, with the authority which you can say, I am Brahman. That is knowledge. And it doesn't require any proof, any support. It is self-supported. I am the Brahman. Atma Vidya resolves all division. This is what Bhagavan says. All other forms of knowledge perpetuate the jantra. Gyantraha jnana jnanya bhedaha. Jnana jnanya bheda. The division between knower and knowledge. The division between knower. Here the word jnana, knowledge, refers to the instrument of knowledge. See, this is what knowledge is. Knowledge is not something else. Knowledge is not something else. Shloka is not something something else. Knowledge is not something else. Jnana jnaya bhedaha. Jnana jnaya bhedaha. This is to be resolved. When jnana, knowledge, and the knower, bheda, is resolved, you are a jnani. आप कहते हैं श्लोक पढ़ लिया, चलो जी आगे बढ़ो. Why don't you आप आगे बढ़िए? Do you know the meaning of Raj Vidya still? Why is it called Raj Vidya? Because it removes the difference, the division between jnana and the jnaya. Knowledge and knower, division is removed. That is why it is Raj Vidya. The division between the knower and knowledge is gone. Nothing remains. He is the knowledge and the object of the knower, knowledge and the object of knowledge. They confirm the notion of division that makes you experience yourself as limited. The jnantraha, jnana, jnaya, bheda, division accounts for all differences. The problem is that you consider division, there is a division, you consider knowledge as other than you. You consider knowledge as other than you. That is the problem. Knowledge is not other than you. It is not really the difference that we are concerned about, but the division. Knowing that there are these differences is not a problem, but the sense of division creates self-inflicted limitations. When you say gyata, the knower, is other than gyata, knower, jnaya, the known, then one is limited. One limits the other. The one limits the other. Thus, the division causes a sense of limitation in knower. What is knower and known? What is when the knower and the known, when the knower thinks the known is other than himself. It is because what you are not, that is the entire world is overwhelmingly big. Wherever you are small and insignificant. As we have seen all Vedas, we have already seen all Vedas division fall under three categories. Vijatiya bhedaha, swagata bhedaha, sajatiya bhedaha. The three divisions. The division between species, vijatiya bheda, sajatiya bheda, the division within given groups, swagata bheda, the division between the member of, see, vijatiya bheda, difference between the species, sajatiya bheda, division between the humans, ye aadmi hai, ye aurat hai, this is the division. Then swagatta bheda, division between ye मैं हूं और ये मेरा है, aham और idam bheda hai, the division within the member of group. Once you say things are divided, you become one among the divided. You are distinct entity qualified by few attributes, living in transacting business with the world. You live in the world of business, transacting with the world. You start up vyapar karna shuru karte. This is what it is. You find yourself limited individual with your own problems that are seemingly very legitimate. You think your problems are very legitimate and you start working for them. You start working for your problem. Oh, let me solve my problem. My problem is मेरे पास कार नहीं है. Let me buy a house. मेरे पास गाड़ी नहीं है. Let me buy a car. I have to raise my children, and this and that. You become a mortal, limited in terms of a sex, age, color, race, and whole host of attributes. These are all attributes which you have scummed upon yourself. अपने ऊपर अध्यारोपित किया हुआ है. All Vedas you have adhyaropan, अपने ऊपर अध्यारोपित किया. All of these are brought about by the original division, that is Gyata, Jnana, Jnaya. The division is not ordinary. It creates sansara. This is the division. It is the villain of the drama called sansara. जब तक ये भेद नहीं मिटेगा, you haven't understood even one shloka ji. This is why I say each shloka, if you understand even one shloka, is you are the jnanam. The ultimate is you. बहुत मुश्किल है समझना, कोई बात नहीं. It exists in every other vidya, even in psychology. Dr. Saab, even in psychology it is there. If you examine your own psychology, even though it is your psychology, you begin with a symptom, which you attempt to trace to its roots. You begin with a symptom. Oh, this is how doctors treat. आपको बुखार है. Then what is the reason for बुखार? Temperature का reason क्या है? You begin with the symptom, which you attempt to trace its root. The connection is inferred based on a pattern that emerges from the study of the behavior and background of many people. That pattern becomes the basis for further deduction, and you make a conclusion. This inferred piece of knowledge implies a jnata, knower, who has the jnana, knowledge, of jnaya, something known. This is what, even though psychology seems to be much connected to you, it is still a discipline of knowledge which only confirms sansara. Any knowledge is true to its object. The knowledge of the crystal is as true as the crystal, in the sense of all properties of the crystals are contained in your knowledge of the crystal. But in knowing a crystal, you are knower of it. By knowing a crystal, you are knower of the crystal. It is different. You are the knower of it and different from the crystal. You are other than crystal. Crystal is something. The knower and the known, there are two things. They are two different. The self, however, is not a known object. यहां पर सेल्फ जो है वो इट इज नॉट द जाना जाने वाला विषय नहीं है, जाना जाने वाला विषय नहीं है. The object of the self is the self that knows. So the knower of the self and the object are one. Once this is known, ignorance is removed. Once you understand that, once you understand the object of the self is the self that knows. The object of the self, the object of the self is self. This is so the knower of the self and the object are one. Once you know, once you understand that you are, it is you. It is, shloka is not indicating something else. Shloka is you. Shloka indicates you. Shloka is you. The jnanam is you. We say it is about you, but it is you alone. This is why it is Raj Guhya, secret. You have to understand the word. हमको जल्दी से पढ़ा दो, फटाफट फटाफट पढ़ा दो. फटाफट पढ़ाना इज नॉट पॉसिबल जी. बहुत स्लोली, क्योंकि ये ज्ञान है. दिस इज रिमूविंग अविद्या अबाउट योरसेल्फ. इट इज नॉट इजी. जन्म जन्मांतरों से यू हैड बीन थिंकिंग योरसेल्फ एज अ बॉडी. रोज मरते जीते रहते हैं. यू कंसिडर योरसेल्फ. कभी ये नाम रूप ले लेते हैं, कभी कोई नाम रूप ले लेते हैं. नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग ट्रू स्वरूपा, योर ओन सत्य स्वरूपा. अपना सत्य स्वरूप को जानने से यू विल बी फ्री फ्रॉम, लिबरेटेड फ्रॉम ऑल दिस संसारा. Once this is known, ignorance is removed, and the vritti that removes the ignorance goes away, leaving the phala, the resolution. Even the vritti goes. No, there is no vritti that remains. Jnana, jnana, Bheda, the division of knower, knowledge, known. When these are destroyed, all other differences are destroyed. Until and unless you clearly understand, this is we have already done in meditation. The chapter number 6 or 6, 5 or 6 we did it. लेकिन फिर यहाँ दोबारा पढ़ना पड़ता है, बार बार समझना पड़ता है, बार बार समझना. दिस इज नॉट रिपीटिशन जी. वी आर नॉट रिपीटिंग, वी आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. दिस इज कॉल्ड अंडरस्टैंडिंग. इट इज नॉट रिपीटिशन. पीपल टेक इट एज रिपीटिशन. साहब आप तो रिपीट करते रहते हैं. यू रिपीट, कीप रिपीटिंग द सेम थिंग. सेम थिंग इज नॉट बीइंग रिपीटेड. Every time there is something you understand. Until you understand completely, you are understanding. This has to be continuously. It is a process. It is not repetition. Jnanam is not repetition. It is a process. When these are destroyed, all other differences are destroyed. You see that every piece of knowledge is nothing but you alone. The jnanam is you. Until you understand the jnanam as yourself, it will continue. Every object of knowledge is non-separate from you, and the knower of course is non-separate from you. All three of them depend entirely upon the self-consciousness as such. How is it so? कैसे है वो भाई? ज्ञाता, 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 the knower is Chaitanya Atma. Jnata is a Chaitanya Atma, conscious being. with reference to something known, with reference to something known. The knowledge, the vritti, the knowledge, the vritti. This vritti is the instrument. This vritti, here you can take the vritti as the thought in the mind. This vritti is the instrument of knowledge, and the word jnana is a tripati. The jnana in the tripati, gyata, jnana, jnaya refers to this. ये जो त्रिपुटी है, ज्ञाता, ज्ञान, ज्ञेय, this triputi is in form of vritti. It is an instrument of knowledge. And the word jnana in triputi is vritti. With reference to something known, this knowledge, the vritti, is also nothing but Chaitanya Atma. Now discover it. It is that vritti is also Chaitanya Atma. And the object of knowledge is non-separate from Chaitanya Atma. Even the knowledge is Chaitanya. If you say the object is outside Satchidananda, how is it outside? If you consider the world from Sat Amsa, the existence except, there is nothing away from it. All that exists in this world as it's being a Sat, which happens to be Atma, from the knowledge aspect, there is no piece of knowledge that is separate from the consciousness. There is no knowledge which is other than consciousness. The very nature of the subject, Atma, the knowledge of the self, implies all this. Everything you have to, this is what I was talking about. You are the knowledge. Knowledge is nothing other than you. You are the shloka. You are the entire shastra. किताब को, you protect yourself. अपने आप को, अपने स्वरूप को जानो. You protect yourself. The jnanam is protected. Shastras is protected. You don't have to protect a book. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. Understand your, protect here means understand yourself. You have understood the entire Shastra. And that Shastra, that knowledge is nothing other than you. It is not other than you. Aham ekam advitiyam brahma. This is the correct sentence. Aham ekam, मैं एक ही हूं. Advitiyam, there is nothing else. There is no other. And that is Brahman. And that aham is Brahman alone. Aham ekam advitiyam brahma. Advitiyam brahma. मैं एक ही हूं, advitya brahma रूप. That is what it is. I alone am everything. I alone am everything. One non-dual Brahman. That non-dual Brahman is me. Now you have the authority to say, aham brahmasmi. This is what? Aham ekam advityam brahma. Here the Brahman, knower, known, knowledge, the cause of the whole creation, and the same time the Jagat Karana. I am the entirety. I am the knower. I am the known. I am the knowledge, the cause of entire creation. And at the same time, the Jagat Karanam. This is Atma Vidya. Definitely it is Raja Vidya, the king among all forms of knowledge. While every other Vidya maintains division. Every other Vidya is something about something else. Something else. This Vidya is about my body. This Vidya is about my mentality. This Vidya is about something. But this is Vidya about myself. It is not other than me. The knowledge itself is not other than me. This is why it is Raja Vidya. It is Raja Vidya, the king among all forms of knowledge. Going one step further, only Atma Vidya can be called as Vidya. Only Atma Vidya is called as Vidya. Everything else is avidya, because the division is avidya, because there is a division between the knower and the known. There is a division. ज्ञाता और ज्ञेय में फर्क है. There is division, and wherever there is division, it is avidya. It is avidya. You have to understand जी, किस तरह भागकर चलें. From whom should we run? which shloka? How can I run? How should we? What is complete? It is already complete, ji. It is already complete. Done. Everything else is avidya, because the division is avidya. The division, I am knower, this is an object of knowledge, and I have the knowledge of it, is all avidya. There is no knower, no knowledge separate from Brahman. Everything is Brahman. The knower is Brahman, the known is Brahman, the knowledge is Brahman. These divisions are created by avidya. The division between मैं हूं और मैं में जो division है, it is avidya. There is no division. That is why this sentence aham brahmasmi is the correcter sentence. Aham ekam advityam brahma. मैं ही एक हूं. Aham ekam advityam brahma. I alone am everything. One non-dual Brahman. That aham brahmasmi is me. That is aham brahmasmi. You need authority. This is a Raja Vidya. Everything else is a Vidya. These divisions are created by avidya and depend entirely upon Atma being taken as knower. Atma is the knower and everything else is knowledge. Based on that are knower known pursuits. Does it mean that if I have knowledge of Atma, I will have no knower known pursuits? Will there be no more seer seen, hearer heard? All this will remain, but the division, the bhedita negated, the bheda is negated, the division is negated. There is an apparent knower known pursuit, but between the knower and known there is no division. There is no division between the sansara and me. It is me alone which is being seen, other than me. This is all avidya. कैसे भाग भाग के समझाएं जी? Somebody yesterday told me, फटाफट पढ़ाया करो, फटाफट, speed up. Speed up with shlokas. How can we speed up, ji? This is not a vidya about something else. It is your vidya. Vidya about Atma. Then for whom is this pursuit? Everything is iva, as though there is a seeming knower known. Moreover, in every other pursuit of knowledge, there is always something more to be known. In every other, if you do PhD in some subject, in some topic, if you do PhD, then somebody else will do PhD on your whatever you have researched. There is always something more to research on any other topic. Here the research ends. There is nothing more to research on. There is nothing more. There is nothing else to research. Nothing can be researched on. The researcher is researched. जिसको जानना है, जो जानना चाह रहा है, जो जानना चाह रहा, he is what is to be known. He is the knowledge himself. He doesn't become, he understands himself as I am. I am. There is nothing else. In other pursuits of knowledge, there is always something more to be known, which is invariably much greater than what is not known. Sometimes what you think you know is also falsified there. And your definition of knowledge, abhaditam jnanam, that which is not subject to negation. Any other knowledge you have is negatable, because from another standpoint of view, it changes completely. Whatever you know about something else is definitely going to change, because someone else will tell you something else. But what will they say about yours? What will they say about you? Nothing can be changed. You are. Thou that you are. Tattvamasi. Wahi aap hain. If you say this is table, from another standpoint of view, it becomes wood. The table is bhadita. The previous knowledge is completely negated by knowledge of the karana causa. And if a new discovery takes place, a given piece of knowledge also becomes, the wood also becomes badhita. You say it is not wood, it becomes ashes. Ye to raakh hai. Table becomes wood, wood becomes ashes, all gone. Ashes is prithvi, elemental, gone. You keep discovering, keep discovering. Atom hai, molecule hai, and then you keep discovering until and here there is nothing else. There it is me alone. I am the knower, I am the known, I am the knowledge. The bheda goes. Until the bheda is there is problem. There is no other knowledge knowing which everything is all well known. There is no other knowledge. If you know that, you know everything. Every other vidya leaves behind a bit of ignorance, because knowledge without the vision of the whole is never understood completely. The whole happens to be the self. The whole is myself. I am complete. I am the entirety. I am Puranam. I am not a piece of Puranam. I am Puranam. If that is the division, you have to understand, I am not a piece of division. I am not a drop in water. I am the water. जब तक बूंद जो है अपने आप को बूंद मानती रहेगी, it will have problems. The moment it understands that I am water alone, I am the water, I am water, the entire problem goes. You are not the part of whole, you are the whole. You are the whole. The whole happens to be the self. Therefore, you are the whole in which there are no details. There is no details. You are complete. All details are in you. You are not in details. You don't have any details. All details are in you. Because Atma is free from attributes. Nama Rupa is superimposed. ये जो नाम और रूप दिया हुआ है, this नाम रूपा is superimposed upon you, the Atma. To know that the self is Brahman as something that is whole is to have complete knowledge, because it has no attribute. If there are attributes, you have to know them, and it is not possible to know them completely. अगर आपके attributes होते, then you have to know the attributes. You just keep on discovering the attributes. So any piece of knowledge is really avidya. It cannot be called jnana. Any piece of knowledge, any other piece of knowledge. Whereas in knowledge of self, the Brahman, partial knowledge is not possible. There is no partial knowledge. ब्रह्मन में किसी ब्रह्मन के किसी ब्रह्म के भगवान के किसी हिस्से को नहीं जानना है. यू नो द एंटायर ब्रह्मन. पूर्ण को जानते, पूर्ण को जानना है. That is why, that is what is to be understood. It is partless, whole, and therefore either you know it or you don't know it. या तो आप जानते हैं या आप नहीं जानते. There is, you cannot say मैं भगवान का रूप तो जानता हूं. अरे भगवान का कोई रूप नहीं है. He is not, there is no अध्यारोपण on भगवान. रूप is अध्यारोपित, attribute. So he doesn't have any attributes. He is free from all attributes. वो मुक्त है सब प्रकार के attributes से. He is free from all attributes. It is partless, whole, and therefore either you know it or you don't know it. या तो आप उसे जानते हैं या नहीं जानते. There is no if and but in that. अरे मैं इतना सा, I know this much. मैं थोड़ा सा, I know myself इतना सा. I know myself थोड़ा सा. It is one limitless consciousness. You know yourself completely. You don't say I know myself itna sa, I know myself itna sa. Itna sa janna is avidya. You know yourself completely, ji. You're not understanding it. Free from any attributes. There is no possibility of partial knowledge there. Therefore, only jnana is possible. Jnana is possible. Atma jnana. So, abhadita jnana means not just that it cannot be negated. It means this alone can be considered as knowledge. This alone is knowledge. Rest all is not knowledge, ji. This alone, the knowledge yahi hai. This is jnanam. You are jnanam. You are the jnanam. You are the knowledge. In any other vidya, after knowing it, how do you feel about it? Now Swamiji comes with this. In any other vidya, after knowing it, you feel about it. What do you feel about it? PhD is grateful when he or she is awarded with this degree, because a person alone knows how little one knows. That person, the one who has done PhD, knows that there is more to be known, still more to be known. One knows how much one had to study and how little one has understood. Even what one has written, one has not understood it completely. पूरा का पूरा पेपर लिखने के बाद he says, whatever I have written is yet to be understood by myself. Every sentence can be researched material for, it can become a research material for another PhD. Every sentence what a PhD has written becomes a topic of research for another PhD. Keep researching. This goes on and on. No one is satisfied with one's knowledge given in a given field. What to talk of the ignorance one has in so many other disciplines of knowledge. In terms of simple satisfaction, Atma Vidya has the last word among the disciplines of knowledge. I am Purnam. I am the Jnanam. I am the knower. I am the known. I am the knowledge. I am Purnam. I am the entire Shastra. Shastra is not the book. Shloka, Shastra. I am, the shloka is me. It is about me. It is me alone. If you understand the shloka as yourself, then you have understood. I am the shloka. I am the Raja Vidya. I am Raj Guha Vidya. That is, this until and unless you take it like that, until and unless you understand it like that, you haven't understood anything, Ji. Every dissatisfaction implies an I as ahankara, which is the knower. If it is not the brain that is dissatisfied with itself. I am dissatisfied. This dissatisfaction is centered on ahankara, the ego. How are you going to eliminate that? You cannot remove it. You can only understand that ahankara is only apparent from mithya, from Satchidanand Advaya Brahma, this knowledge that removes the notion of limitation, the self, therefore, is Raja Vidya. The Raja Vidya. This is what Raja Vidya is. And you say, run karo ji, ek word samajhne mein it will take time. The one word, because each and every word is not other than you. If the word doesn't reach you, the self, you haven't understood. If it remains the part of the whole, you haven't understood the whole. It is the whole. अगर आपको एक श्लोक समझ आ गया, then there is nothing else to teach. बहुत easy है. There is nothing else. If you have understood one word, you are complete. The entirety you know. This Raj Vidya is Raj Guhyam, the greatest secret. Now it will take another day to understand Raj Guhya. एक घंटा में we want to understand. एक मिनट लगता है जी. I am the knowledge. Aham Brahmasmi. अहम एकम, मैं ही एक हूं, मैं ही एक हूं. अद्वितीय ब्रह्मा, that undivided, the non-dual Brahman is me. It is me. मैं ही हूं वो अद्वितीय ब्रह्म, मैं हूं. अहम ब्रह्मास्मि. This is the jnanam. Each word ends here. If you understood the word, then there is no point in going to next sloka. You can easily just keep meditating on it. उस श्लोक पर, उस शब्द पर, you keep meditating. Then there is no point. There is nothing you want to. There is nothing more to study. Ji. There is nothing more left to study. This Raj Vidya is Raj Guhyam. Now you have to understand the next word. The greatest secret. What we saw in the last verse from Guhyatam can be said again here. Atma Vidya is the greatest secret. Any secret can be stumbled upon, but this one can remain a secret for eternity. For eternity, it is secret. If you say, I have understood, that also is non-understanding. That also is non-understanding. I have understood. आगे बढ़ो. आगे कहाँ जाना है? There is no आगे. This is the only end here. This ends here. This is the secret, ji. Any other secret is available for disclosure, because as knower, you have the means to know. That is your perception and inference. But the self is the secret of every knower. How can you know it? About the knower who goes about unraveling all secret, there is a great secret. The knower is the sought. What you seek is exactly what you are. जो आप जानना चाहते हैं वो आप ही हैं. You are not going to figure it out. You cannot figure it out. You need to be told by some other source, and that source is Gyan. That source is Brahma Vidya. Through Shastras, you know it. It is like wanting to see your own eyes. It is a legitimate desire. If you see, you know that you have eyes. In fact, if you want to see the eyes, it is a problem. If you are able to see, you have the eyes. But if you want to see your own eyes, then it is a problem. That is the secret. भागने से you have एक word समझ आने से you have entire understood the entirety. Understanding the self. हम तो एक ही बात को कह रहे हैं, एक ही बात बार बार नहीं कही जा रही, एक ही बात पर चिंतन किया जा रहा है, एक ही बात पर पूर्ण रूप से चिंतन किया जा रहा है. नथिंग, देयर इज नो रिपीटिशन. अहम एकम अद्वितीयम ब्रह्मा, दिस इज द सेंटेंस, महावाक्यम, जिसके ऊपर बात हो रही है. देयर इज नो रिपीटिशन, इट इज चिंतनम, इट इज चिंतनम. So we are going to see the word Raj Guhyam. Raj Vidya is Raj Guhyam. जो राज विद्या है, यही राज सबसे, the biggest secret, the greatest secret is this. We'll try to understand, we'll analyze this in our tomorrow's class. Today's class will complete here. आज यहीं विराम देंगे, and tomorrow we'll come back at 7:30 and do this. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरिः ओम तत्सत्. ओम ईश्वर अर्पणमस्तु. ओम परमात्मने अर्पणमस्तु. ओम श्री कृष्णाय अर्पणमस्तु. ओम गुरुदेवाय अर्पणमस्तु. हरिः ओम तत्सत्. Harihi Om Tat Sat. We are going to spend at least 2-3 more classes on this particular shloka. This is going to take time. It is not like something other which has to be explained. It takes time. This is the ultimate. So please don't rush. Hari Om Tat Sat.